I know y'all are wondering, like, what in the world was she just doing? But that's a shout out to the E6 crew. I love you guys so much. Thank you for everything. That's Xavier, Quentin, and Jamon. And y'all should be seeing the video soon there. They'll do it right. They'll do it justice. But anyway, today's date is March the 23rd. I was about to say May. My God. It's March the 23rd. And I just wanted to talk to you guys. Not really, I don't know what this is going to end up being. So I'm not going to say it's not going to be a devotional. But as a lot of you have seen, if you're on my Facebook page, for about the past month or so, I've been a little down-ish. It's been like a roller coaster. But basically in the middle of a storm in many ways. Some of you know one of the reasons why. There are also some other things that, the real deep things, nobody knows about. But yeah, my heart's been a little broken lately, and my Facebook profile pictures have mostly been of crying faces the past couple of weeks or so. Yeah, stuff like that. So last night I was talking to some friends of mine, and they gave me some awesome advice. Not anything I didn't know, but it's good to have. I'm going to take a break. You guys, if you don't have friends that you're intimate with, not, and I don't mean sexually because we have this whole thing twisted, but I mean if you don't have friendships that have depth to them, if you don't have friends that you confide in, that you could be real with, then you need to get some. And I'm saying that especially to some of you ladies who are looking to get into a relationship with a male. And a lot of times once we get in that relationship with a male, we feel like we can share everything, we can divulge and all that other good stuff. And we make him our prime source of intimacy. We tell him everything. We give so much of our heart away. And it's unfair to him. And it's not healthy because you need to have friends. Okay? You need to have friends that you can share things with, because one person can't do it for you. I'm sorry. So have people that you can open up to, and that'll tell you the truth, and that'll be real with you, and that'll love you with the love of Christ. Anyway, that's my point there. Get some friends. Be intimate with them. Don't be afraid to be real with them, and fight for your friendships like you fight for a man, because I don't know why we fight for men harder than our friendships when half the time our friends are still there at the end of the day. But anyway, so I was talking to my friends. They started giving me some good advice about some things I've been going through. And not necessarily things I hadn't heard before or already that God hasn't told me, but it was just like God was just hitting me, and I was like, okay, God, what are you trying to do? You know, I started feeling some kind of break-ish going on. And this morning I prayed or whatever. I got to class, spiritual formation with Dr. Quasi and the spiritual formation family. Anyway, but I got there. And you guys, after that class, it was crazy. We were talking about solitude, and then we end up talking about submission. When we're talking about the submission part, I got convicted about myself personally. I hadn't conducted myself the way I probably should have, out of consideration for some other people or another person. But I wasn't living out a life of submission to people around me. We have to esteem others more than ourselves, even sometimes when we feel like we're right, you guys. Even when it may be painful, even when a release would be much better for us, or to have our voice heard would be much better for us. Sometimes we just got to sit out and be quiet. Christ never said a mumbling word, as the old folks say, when he was going on that cross. And there was so much he could have said, but he didn't. But anyway, we're in class, and you guys, when I left, it was crazy because clearly I've been in prayer. You know, I haven't slacked off anything. I've been praying more, fasting, all this other stuff, because of things that just been going on, and immense sadness that's been on me, and it's the heaviness of my heart. And I want to thank you all who have been encouraging me, especially. It's been so many of you. Like, it's been amazing how many people have been coming and encouraging me and checking on me day to day. Folks that would normally talk to me, but when they saw that I was going through what there. But anyway, so I left class, and it was like God just was like, okay, it's time. And it seemed like he just lifted things off of me, you guys. And I don't know if you've ever had that experience. Sometimes it's a process. Sometimes God gradually gets us to this point. And I know he's been working to get me here. I'm not going to say it hasn't been a process also. But it was like so much so it was just like lifted. Like, you don't have to deal with that anymore. And I think I just had to get to the point where I was willing to say, and last night might have been it when I was talking to my friends, when I was really like, okay, God, I let go. You know, if my will isn't really what you want, then that's okay. And I think I've been saying that, but I hadn't really been believing it. And so I finally got to the point where it was like, okay, God, let's move forward. Let's, I'm willing to see what you have for me. And willing to trust the fact that if I stay in your will, that you'll take me where I need to go. And I don't have to do anything now to help you with your will and your plan, because you're God and I'm man. So I'll let my words be few. You are God in heaven, and here am I on earth. So I'll let my words be few. Jesus, Jesus, I am so in love with you. So I stand in awe of you, Jesus. Yes, I stand in awe of you, Jesus. And I let my words be few. Jesus, I am so in love with you. I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes that spontaneous worship gotta come out. Hallelujah. He's God, you guys. Anyway, I'm smiling, you all. And the problems haven't been erased. And I know there'll be days where I'll be tempted to go back. But God let me know it's time. There's a time for mourning. There's a time for everything. But God is like, this is time to just move forward. It's been a month already. When I really looked back and saw that, I was like, oh my God, it's been a month. That I've pretty much been like up and down or whatever. You guys, and God will sustain you, because he's giving me peace even throughout this storm. And I'm going to do a devotional thought on this peace, because it's amazing, you guys. It's amazing. So for those of you struggling, it's been a lot of people. I'm looking on Facebook, looking at folks' statuses and praying over people as I see their statuses. May not be saying anything to you, but know somebody's praying. And if I see I'm hurting, if I see you saying I'm tired, I want to give up, you have somebody praying for you. And I mean that. And I mean that. And those sad eyes, those tears that may be falling will turn into a smile, you guys. He can do it. Have faith in him. And it's okay to be hurt sometime, but it's not okay to give up. And the difference is that God will give you a peace even in the midst of the storm. The world doesn't have that, you guys. The world doesn't have that. Like I was telling people, I felt like I was walking on water in the midst of a storm, like a hurricane. But I was walking on water. And not only was I just walking on water, but I was walking towards Jesus. And I feel like God is like, okay, you've been walking towards me. So you know what? Peace, be still. Storm, wind, stop raging. And he's doing the same for you. So trust that, believe that. I love you guys. We'll be talking about peace later. All right? Bye.